Hey guys, it's me, Dory, with the Kids Lab. And sorry for the extra noise. There's major construction going on outside. Anyway, I don't know about you, but I've been getting really into, different types of projects, especially with paper. And so today I wanted to show you how you can make your own little buildings. See? Like how you make a little building. Like I made a house and I made a city building. So I wanted to show you how you can make this and also learn a little bit about surface area and geometry. So let's get into that. In school, you might have talked about a thing called area. The area is the name for the space inside of a shape. The bottom is called the base and the side is called the height. So you could say the area is the base times the height. Look around. I bet you can see many objects that are rectangular. For example, boxes. Take a look at this box. How many rectangles does it have? That's right, 6. Each side is called a face. If you want to know how much space is inside of an object, like how much water you could pour inside, it is called the volume, and you can find it using the base times the length times the height. Today, however, we are talking about surface area. Surface area is when you add up the area to the whole outside of an object. When you're trying to find the surface area of an object, it can help to think of it all smushed out, like this. If we know the dimensions of the box, visualize the surface area. Just find out the regular area for all of the sides and add them all together. Wow, that's a lot of math. You think you're ready to craft? Let's build a city. For this craft, you'll need paper, something to write with, a ruler, and glue or tape. To start, let's do a tall city building. Draw out the design like how we did with the surface area. Next, I need to make 4 sides. I want it to be 5 centimeters tall, so I'll measure out 4 more rectangles to be the sides. It's important that all the walls are the exact same length. Finally, there needs to be a top. This shape needs to be the same size as the bottom. In order for your building to look its best, make sure to measure your dimensions out and try to keep your lines as straight as possible. Once I've outlined the whole building, draw on some tabs. We will use these to help stick the sides together. Try to make only 1 tab go in each intersection. Next, cut it all out and fold all the lines. I like to pretend to fold it up just to make sure it works and is the right dimensions. After that, flatten it back out and flip it over to the other side. Draw the design for your building. I want this building to have a lot of windows. Also, I decided to put a garden on the roof. Color it in and make it pretty. There's no right or wrong way to do this, just have fun. For me, I want 2 sides to be daylight, so the windows are blue to reflect the sky. The other 2 sides are at night, so some people have their lights on and some people do not. After you're done coloring, it's time to put it all together. Fold along the lines and put a little bit of glue on the tabs. Remember that a little goes a long way. Press down the tabs for 10 seconds before letting it go, and be very gentle until it's all dry. Finally, enjoy! Remember that you can build just about anything you like, so let's think about how we might make a house. First, what does it look like? What shapes are made up of it? How long are those sides? As for dimensions, I'm deciding to make it 3 centimeters tall, 4 centimeters wide, and 5 centimeters long. I'm also going to have the roof be 3 centimeters. Let's draw it out to scale now with some colors in mind, starting with the base and then going to the walls. In order to get good triangles for the roof, draw a tall, straight line about in the center of the short walls. Then measure 3 centimeters from the corner of the wall to the center of both sides. Next, let's add the roof to the sides of the long walls. The sides of the roof are 3 centimeters and the length is 5. Don't forget to add the tabs. I'm using this as a template and I traced it onto a white piece of paper and then cut it out. Next, I folded along the lines to make sure it would all piece together. Finally, I flipped it over and decorated it. Drawn some shingles and windows and doors. I love flowers, so I put some on too. Finally, it's time to put it all together. The glue was being a little difficult, so this time I taped the tabs inside. And there you have it. Wow, I don't know about you, but I think that these are super cute.
and I had a lot of fun making them, so I hope you do too. See you later!